I am the dopest blogger alive.
Hustling, 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 hustling.
I got KV the writer with
What's
me.
up, Peaches?
What's good? So let's just get into it.
Okay.
So I know that unplug is referred to your music style, but I wanted to ask you, what did you have to unplug in order to maintain or begin your healing journey?
Ooh, you had to come with it.
Yeah,
I said,
I gotta
was
get
you
to
gonna
it. I
ask
gotta
me
get
a
to it with
question,
you.
a deep question? So 2020 was a rough year for me. Just with the pandemic, I know it was rough for everybody. Just being stuck in the house, but for me, especially when you have some grief and some trauma that you haven't addressed, sitting with yourself is difficult. And
Right.
so like healing through the music was me just like releasing all that stuff that I had pent up from being in the house for that long and being stuck with myself. The Unplugged project was me like letting all of that out on the stage and
Okay.
then into a project.
Okay, and then speaking of unplug, your marketing, I feel like your marketing has been insane. It's been super lit. How did you come up with the concept?
So I had some help with coming up with the concept of like the deluxe bundles, the pre-sale boxes. So in the beginning, I'm like, okay, I want to sell this. As independent artists, it's very hard to make money off of streaming. And so I was like, okay, I don't want to get robbed from streaming services. I want to
Right.
be able to make some money because I put a lot of money into this
Right.
project too. So I'm like, all right, what can I sell? I need some like merch. I need some just something I could give my fans. And so I had the concept of a CD. And I was like, all right, how can I make this special? So I turned it into a commemorative CD where it looks like a vinyl. So it's not a vinyl, but it looks like one. And then I had a magazine for my Love Sucks show. And I was like, I know how to do this. I'm a writer, KV the writer. Let me just put this magazine together and sell that to fans too. And I was like, what else can I get? Okay, I could get a poster. I could do a whole box and do a whole thing. And it all came together like that.
That's dope. I think that you writing personalized thank yous is super lit.
Thank you.
What was your creative process like collaborating with a live band?
It was cool. I think my band is very seasoned, so it was easy for them to catch on to like whatever I was doing fast, as opposed to having like a young band. We had like 1.5 rehearsals before we had a show, and we didn't even rehearse all the songs. But once we were on stage, we just had that chemistry where like I could just look at them and they knew what I needed them to do. And so it was special in that way. Also, like my guitar player used to play in a band with my father when they were in high school. And so like I just went up to him one day like, hey, I got this show, can you get a band together for me? He was like, anything for you, niece. And then he got some guys together and we practiced and it just blew up from there.
That's deep. So do you feel like you improved as an artist since your last project, Love Sucks? And if so, how so?
I think so. I think I'm a better writer now, a songwriter now. I'm a better recording artist. I'm a better performer too, as opposed to when I first started out. I have a little bit more stage presence. I've been exercising, so I have a little more breath control now.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm ready to get back on stage.
Right, when the world opened back up.
Yeah.
Okay. So talk to me about Last Words. So I know that's a song that you did from your brother's point of view. Do you feel like the loss of your brother has inspired you to become more of a writer and a performer as an artist? Because I know before you did the cipher and you did poetry, but you was not moving as a artist.
Actually, my brother passing was what inspired me to become an artist in the first place. He died in 2016, and from then I used to like just write songs just to help me process grief, just to like do something. It was just hard dealing with his death. And so over time I realized I was like getting good at writing songs, and so that's when I started to pursue it more professionally. And so Last Words was actually inspired from my therapist. My therapist made me write a letter to my father and my brother if I could say anything to them before they passed away. And so that inspired me to think, okay, what would they say to me if they could say something? And so that's how the song Last Words came about.
Okay, that's deep. So let's get into the origin of KV. So how long have you been writing poetry?
For years, since I was a child.
And what about writing raps?
Since I was a child.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I heard through the grapevine, the first time you recorded was in the basement with my uncle.
Yeah.
Apple bottom. How was that experience?
So that was like super fun. Tasha knew, your cousin, she knew that I rapped. Like, all of my friends knew I rapped in high school because I used to just make songs. I used to just rap at lunch, just rapping all the time. And so I used to make songs. People used to sing the songs that we made, but I never recorded anything. So I told Tasha, like, hey, we should record something. So we made this song called Apple Bottom. And we went to your uncle's studio and we recorded it. And in high school, that whole year, like, everybody had that song as their ringtone. Because that's when everybody had songs as their ringtone.
Right, making it
in school, yeah. And so, like, it was, like, stupid song, but it was popping. Like, people really liked it.
That's lit. I think that is deep just because you started back then, even though you didn't know how everything was going to play out.
I was just doing something, just having fun as a kid.
It seems that you have immediate success with your music. That's what it seems from, like, the outside looking in. Do you feel like you're successful in your music, and what does the success mean to you?
I feel like I'm getting there. I feel like I'm working to become more successful every day. Success for me is to have like a self-sustaining career. Like, I wouldn't have to work a 9 to 5 if I was a successful musician. But I will say I have some success as a micro indie artist or a local artist. Just how much I don't know. Just how much support I've gotten.
The feedback you've been getting.
Yeah, since I started. But that's the thing. Like, people think I just started writing and just started making music. But I've been rapping and making poetry since I was a child. It's just I decided to bet on myself.
Okay, turn up. So, seat back. That's an interesting concept. I wanted to know, is that something relatable? Have you had a situation where somebody adjusted something and your man came back and noticed?
Who doesn't go through that type of situation? Yeah, that actually was a real story. So all the songs on Love Sucks was a real story. But seat back especially, I picked up a guy and he left the seat back in my car, whatever. Dudes do that all the time. But then I went and picked up my producer, Blair the Machine. Like, we were going to the studio and he got in the car and like, he laid all the way back. He was like, you had a nigga in your car? I was like, oh, shit. And so that inspired, that song, and just, like, super relatable because a lot of women, after they heard that, was like, yeah, dudes really do that on purpose.
Right. Okay, Stormy Waters, which is my favorite, by the way. I really love that song. What are some things that you do to wade through the storm? Like, do you, or wade through uncertainty?
Music that's healthy, music and sleeping. But that's, like I said, music has been my coping mechanism. So I use that when I have no other tools in my tool belt, like when therapy isn't working or when yoga isn't working, exercising isn't working. I always go back to the music.
Do you pray or meditate?
I try. I be scared. I don't know why. I be scared.
You say you're scared of meditating?
Yes. I can't sit with myself. Like, that's why the pandemic had me going crazy, just like sitting with myself. But I'm working on it.
Okay. What about, have you tried maybe a guided meditation?
I've tried.
It ain't. Okay.
I be feeling like spirits be in the room and I just don't be ready. I be like,
So tell me, what's your favorite song on the album and which one was the most fun to create?
That's a hard question. I would say
give me a top.
I'd say Band. Band was really fun to do because, like, when we were recording the project, the energy just kind of went up as we got to the next song. So we started with Last Words, we ended with Band, and by the time we got to Band, the energy was all the way to the ceiling. And so it was just like, I really love performing. So I was like I was on stage when we were performing that song or we were recording that song. So I would say Band is my favorite. I also really liked Crazy since we did a twist on it. We turned that into a rock song. And it originally does not sound like that at all, the original song. But that was just fun, like putting a twist on something old.
Okay. And was Band inspired by a specific band?
You trying to catch me up?
I just want to know.
I mean, we all have bitch ass niggas in our life, right? And so, like, it's just a theme song for all the bitch ass niggas across the universe.
Okay, and speaking of that, that's my next question. If you can give a universal message to all the bands in the world, what would it be?
What I say? These niggas ain't loyal.
But what about a message like that could maybe elevate them out of their band, they bitch assness?
You can't elevate a bitch ass nigga. A bitch ass nigga gonna be a bitch ass nigga. So you just gotta leave them where they at.
That's a fact. Okay, so now that we're done talking about bands, do you know what you want in a real one?
A real bitch ass nigga?
a real one, like a real
nigga,
a real partner. A real man, whatever it is that you're seeking.
Do I know? Yeah, I know what I want.
Okay.
I want somebody that's gonna take care of me because I don't want to do anything.
So you want support?
No. So honestly, I would really like to have like a house husband or a housewife, like, and I will work and I'll do music and like you just like fix stuff. Because I don't know how to do like any manual labor type anything. No, I know how to get money. Like I know how to network. I know how to like.
So you want somebody just to have your back, basically.
Yeah.
Hold the household down.
Yeah. Take care of my dog. Take care of Puff.
Right.
Like, let's go out to eat. Let's go travel. But just like, fix stuff. Like, fix the closet. Fix the damn car. I don't know.
So what if he was? What if he's making bread too?
That's cool.
Okay.
Yeah. Let me spend it.
Okay. So tell me about the merch that you're selling.
Outside.
What inspired that?
Being stuck in the house. I keep going back to this because it was just a really hard time in my life. But, you know, we were quarantining for months and we were all like kind of going crazy, I feel like. And I remember just being in the house staring out the window like, I can't wait till I can get the fuck out of here. And so, you know, on my song Band, one of like the most, I don't know, I guess crowd pleasing lyrics on that song is that part where they go, we outside. And I was like, okay, let's make some merch based off of that. Just based off of needing to get outside the box, needing to get outside your house, and just that feeling of being outside. Like, we outside in the crowd, we partying, we having fun, and we outside just doing whatever we want to do.
I like it. And it looks so, are those windows inside of the...
Yeah.
The O and the D?
Yeah.
Okay, that's lit. We outside. So what's next for KV? Like any future projects or what do you have going on in the now and in the future?
I have a project coming in the summer.
Okay.
It's based off of my mental health journey in 2020. So it will be a lot of songs about drugs because that was like the coping mechanism. So just be on the lookout for that. It's going to sound different from Love Sucks and Band. And I feel like people kind of expect that now. Because every time I release a new song, they're like, well, this doesn't sound like the old stuff. But I'm finding fans and people are enjoying it.
Okay, and I was going to ask you, so do you identify with a certain genre or you feel like you just a free artist?
I like emo rap. And I know people are always like, you always make it sad music. But I'm like... I'm an emo person. Like, that's just how I came to music. Right. Yeah, I came to music to heal. And so that's why I keep going back to that emotional side. So, but I also really like ratchet rap because I'm also like a ratchet person. So I need a little bit of both.
Okay, so who is someone that you would like to collab with in the future?
That's a hard question. It just depends on, like, what type of music I'm making at the time. I really love Doja Cat. I really love, like, her creative expression. Like, her music is really good. And then when I want to make some, like, really, like, St. Louis type music, like some hard shit, I want to collaborate with Raleigh, rapper from St. Louis. It just depends. It depends what mood I'm in.
Okay. So let everybody know, you know, how to reach you, how to contact you, or not contact you, but how to look you up, how to get your music, how to get these boxes, how to get everything. All
right, so you can reach me at KVTheWriter, V as in victory, KVTheWriter.com, or at KVTheWriter on Twitter, Instagram, or Facebook. Also, if you would like to get any merch or a deluxe bundle or my CD, Unplugged, which comes out April 13th, you can go to KVTheWriterUnplugged.com.
I like how you said victory. I got to give you your flowers because, you know, everything that you've been through, period, you still standing.
Yeah.
And I like that victory.
That's what my middle name is. People are like, what's the V stand for? It's my middle name. It's Victoria, which means victory.
Okay.
The dope
Now we have an exclusive performance by KVTheWriter. Last words.
Ready? Let's hit it. I know. And I know. And I know. I said I wouldn't fight and I won't. But if they touch my lady, then my baby is on. I know it might be over, understand that I got to. That's how I lost my daddy, now I'm getting this option. And I know it's hard to see, yeah. What those bullets did to me. And I don't want this to be a wake-up call for me, for me, for me, for me. Yeah. And I don't want this to be the last time that I see ya, see ya, see ya, see ya. Yeah. You honor me with candlelights. My sister give a speech while my mama cries. I wish that I could be there to say goodbye. I guess I have to see you when you touch the skies. Yeah. You honor me with candlelights. My sister give a speech while my mama cries. I wish that I could be there to say goodbye. I guess I had to see you when you touch the stars. And trust me when I say, had I known that it would probably be my last day, I would've called my mama, told her never lose faith. I would've called my family, told them never lose faith. Yeah. And my last breath was a hard one. Tried to fight death, but it's war. And I'm sorry, they didn't find me till it's too late to revive me. And I don't want this to be a wake-up call for me, for me, for me, for me. Yeah. And I don't want this to be the last time that I see ya, see ya, see ya, see ya. Yeah. You honor me with candlelights. My sister give a speech while my mama cries. I wish that I could be there to say goodbye. I guess I have to see you when you touch the skies. Yeah. You honor me with candlelights. My sister give a speech while my mama cries. I wish that I could be there to say goodbye. I guess I had to see you when you touch the skies. When you touch the skies. When you touch the skies. KVTheWriter with Craig Flores. Thank you for having me.